Next comes inter-firm comparison. Here, bank will be comparing certain key parameters of the borrower unit with similar units. Okay, so here when we say similar units, they can be units which are banking with your own bank. Okay, so they can be own customers, or they can also be units outside the bank, but you get access of critical parameters of those units, say from say like credit reports and all. Okay, where you get to know their critical information, and they come under same industry and same category. Okay, so what is more important is when you are selecting units for comparison, okay, those units should have similar characteristics. Okay, it means they should come under same industry, they should have same activity. Maybe in terms of size, capacity, they can be slightly different, but broadly they should come under same industry and same activity, right? Then what are the items that are being compared? Banks will be comparing the fund-based limits, non-fund-based limits of the borrower with that of those units. Okay, so how much other units are borrowing and how much this unit is borrowing, so that they can get an understanding that whether they are trading on equity and all. Then they'll also be comparing key parameters like sales, okay, then profitability, that is profit expressed as percentage of sales. Then they'll also be comparing key ratios like TOL by TNW, okay, return on capital employed, current ratio. Okay, now by doing all this comparison, because these are all very broader ratios, by doing all this comparison, we get to understand whether your borrower, okay, is doing better than peers, okay, or whether his performance when compared with others is lesser or very low. Okay, so that banks can take very calculated risk on the customer. Okay, because banks already has database, banks already have their own customers with similar industry activity, and also they have an experience. Okay, and if your new customer is going to be worse than existing customer, then bank is adding too much risk to their portfolio. And if new customer is considered to be best than existing customer, then they are reducing the overall risk portfolio. So it's 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 a matter of risk related decision which bank is going to take by doing this interfirm comparison. And here the key parameters that are looked into are the limits what they are enjoying, sales, profitability, TOL/TNW, return on capital employed, current ratio. So your customers ratio will be compared with the peer ratios, and if your customer ratios are better than these ratios, then obviously no further explanation is required. But if it is worse when compared with say similar units, and if the ratio is worse, then you have to give justifications why this customer should be considered despite his financial indicators are worse when compared with peers. Okay, so there you get a challenging task and you have to convince the sanctioning authority. Probably the other benefits, and they got to be real benefits. I mean the other benefits in terms of their risk mitigation measures, what they have taken, risk mitigation measures. So this should be the primary factor, and their future plans. Okay, so at present they may not be having very attractive ratios, but they have wonderful plan ahead, and they are capable of achieving it. That got to be justified. Then cost benefit analysis. So what is the benefit for the bank if they are going to consider such a risky customer in their portfolio? So all those got to be explained.